on for their life.
Welcome back to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. I have with us another beautiful guest who hasn't been with us in a very long while. Paula Gloria is a producer here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Thank you for joining us today, Paula.
It's always nice to be with you.
It's lovely. I'm so happy you're back. I remember you were here with us in episode number 24. That was, we're now in 83, so that's about 60, almost 60 episodes back. But it's really wonderful to have you back, Paula. Where have you been all this while?
I've been up in Woodstock following the Joe Barton J. Deberman trial in Kingston, and it's going very favorably for inalienable constitutional rights.
Paula has a wonderful program called Farther Down the Rabbit Hole here at MNN. And she keeps running to Woodstock to do all her research, but she comes back with these wonderfully researched projects, and she airs them here. Paula, what channels do you...
Channel 34 on the Community Affairs channel, and it's at 12 noon, and often when I'm not in Woodstock, we go live.
There you go.
And I want you as a guest, too.
I'm nowhere close to the interesting stuff you'll get at Woodstock, but yes, I'd love to do that sometime. Welcome back, Paula. It's really great to have you. We're going to have Josiane tell us a little bit. Josiane Hurd, to my right. Not only did she practice belly dancing, Josiane also used to do martial arts, Aikido, Taekwondo, whatever those you have. Do is energy, right? Is that correct?
Kendo, karate, and sailing.
And sailing. Josiane, tell us a little bit. I've never really had a chance to ask you much about your sailing, or any of the other sports that you take
I was
part
always
in.
including yoga in everything I did. Never mind what. It could have been boxing or Taekwondo or Aikido. There was always a session of yoga in between.
Right.
Because it's good for the relaxation, the stretch, and the all well-being all together before I was doing anything. And it really helped me a lot.
Yoga has helped you a lot.
For everything.
Have you ever tried all the balance postures on a boat? Was that when the boat was
only
moored?
at the mooring or the docking and things like that. But usually, the meditation and the quiet posturing was very relieving.
I think it must be wonderful to meditate on the waters, right?
Oh yes, it's a nice combination. It's so peaceful. It's so wonderful.
Oh, that's really good. I'm so glad you're back with us, Josiane. Josiane has a bit of a tender knee, and she's okay with me sharing that information. I want viewers out there to understand that if you have either hurt yourself, and fortunately you did not hurt yourself during our session, so I'm happy to hear that. Josiane got a little ambitious. Tell our viewers so they don't get worried that our program might hurt them, but you did try to get into yoga.
You can do any kind of movement as long as you know your possibility, don't go too far. If it hurts, you stop.
You were actually trying to sit in cross-legged position in front of the computer, and was it because there wasn't enough space?
Yes, the room was cold, and I was going like this, bringing my leg up, and bringing a little more.
So you hadn't warmed up.
I'm using it all the time. I do that for years. I've been doing it.
Right.
And suddenly I went too far.
It's a question of retraining neglected muscles, and I think...
and especially when they're cold.
Especially when it's cold. We really need to thaw our muscles. We need to unwind. We need to do anything that helps us just release any tension or any cold feelings in our knees, in our back, the rest of our body. In fact, I think we need to have a whole episode on warm-ups, and we will one of these days. Right now, we are taking it very easy. We're going very gently into all these stretches. So for folks at home who've maybe just sat in a very cold room, in an air-conditioned room, you want to make sure you don't go directly, or you've just woken up in the morning, you want to make sure you don't start stretching right away. Just do very gentle stretches. In fact, those stretches should be so gentle they're almost like a warm-up. So we're going to focus today on hamstring stretches. So there'll be a lot of forward folds, a lot of seated forward folds, standing forward folds, and a lot of inversions. So they won't be total inversions, so we won't be doing headstand, we're not even doing shoulder stand. We want inversions where your feet are on the ground so you can feel that beautiful, beautiful hamstring stretch. So let's start with some of the standing stretches. Posture number 2, before our feet freeze. Okay, heels are together, toes are slightly apart. I'm going to stagger myself back just a little bit. I don't want to hit this poster, but is it too close? Oh, well. Josiane and Paula, would you mind coming forward just a little bit? Okay, this way we won't hit each other. Heels together, toes slightly apart, palms by your side. Chest is out. Tighten your pelvic sphincters. Bring your hips forward. Bring your pelvis forward just a little bit. So you want to make sure your knees are as close together as possible. Make sure you keep a nice, tight lower abdomen. Palms are by your side. Inhale, take your arms up to shoulder height. Palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead. Palms facing in. Clasp your palms together. And what we're going to do, hold it. Look up at your palms. We're going to fold forward from the hip, keeping a nice straight back and exhaling at the same time. Exhale and fold. This posture is called Padahasta. As you can see, Padahasta means Pada is foot, Hasta is hand. It literally translates as hands to feet. As you can see, your hands are going down towards your feet. As we are in this position, I want all of you at home to be aware that it's not very important to touch your toes. As long as you are as far down as you possibly can, make sure that you make the connection. Place your hands either at your toes if you can reach them, place them at the ankles or on your shins, or even the back of the calves. You just want to make sure you feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch in the back of your legs. It's a beautiful stretch for your hamstrings, and that's what this episode is all about. And let's hold that for a few more seconds. Keep exhaling. The more you exhale, the more air you get out of your body, the deeper you get into a posture. Feel a wonderful compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thigh. Now bring your palms together again. Let's inhale and come up. Keep your back nice and straight. Keep inhaling. Exhale and release the arms. How does that feel?
Wonderful.
Feels good? Doesn't it feel great? It's so relaxing. We're going in an inversion, so the blood is rushing to the brain, refreshes the brain. Feel a beautiful sciatic stretch. And Paula is all set. She's revved up for the next one already now. Okay, let's try posture number 8. Posture number 8 is called Ugrasana. Ugra is also known as Prasarita Padottanasana. Prasarita is when you have your legs outstretched, but Ugra literally translates as fierce. I have no idea why this posture looks fierce. What we're going to do is maybe let's all turn to the right. Bring your legs apart about 3 to 4 feet wide. Put your brakes on. So make sure your feet, your toes are turned in. You don't want to slip. You want to be very safe. Now, if you're not very tall, and if you're just about my height, let's say you're my height, you want to keep your feet a little closer, but also remember that if you keep your feet closer, it's going to be that much harder to come down to the floor, to bring your head to the floor. So I'm going to take a chance and bring my legs apart a little more, but I'm going to put my brakes on so I have a nice grip on the mat. Palms are by your side. We're going to inhale, bring our arms, let me stagger this way. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. And what we're going to do this time, clasp your palms together. We're going to exhale, fold from the hip, just like we did in the previous posture, Hasta, Padahasta. Keep your back nice and straight. The only difference in this posture, you have your legs outstretched. So we're going to exhale and fold forward. Bring your palms on the floor or on the mat between your legs. And I'm going to now, once you've got a nice grip on the floor, You can start staggering your feet a little more to come down even deeper. Keep exhaling.
What does that mean, stagger?
Stagger, bring your feet out a little more. That's it. Keep going. Yeah, that's it. You have to remember, Paula, I come from a non-native English speaking background. Keep exhaling. The more you exhale, the deeper you come into this posture. Now, if your head is not going, if the crown of your head is not going to touch the floor today, that's fine. You can use a brick, use a block, and you don't have to touch the floor. You just want to feel a beautiful, beautiful hamstring stretch. Press with your palms, wiggle your feet a little closer if you need to. I know I do. And then when you're comfortable and you feel safe, bring your palms together. Bring them out in front of you. Inhale and let's come up. Sorry, Josiane. Keep inhaling. Exhale and release the arms. Now I'm going to wiggle. We're going to wiggle our legs, wiggle our feet together, bring them closer. Let's see if the next one. Paula is in that position because she feels that maybe the next one is going to have, we're going to keep our legs outstretched. You're probably right, Paula. Let's see.
Jumping.
No, it's number 13. It's actually number 13. Teacher's looking at a cheat sheet. Number 13 is Uttita Pada. Uttita means raised and Pada is foot. So it's a raised leg. So it's still a hamstring stretch, but it's one leg at a time. So yes, teachers are allowed to use cheat sheets once in a while. Transfer the weight to your left leg. So you want to put all your weight on the left leg. Make sure your hip is nicely balanced over your left leg. So you have basically your left leg comes in the center so you don't fall off. Now raise your right heel and place your left hand on your left hip. So you want to hold your left hip for balance. We're going to move, you're going to bend your right leg at the knee and turn it out to the side just a little bit. Now move your left ankle closer to your hand and very gently grab hold of your right ankle, right leg. Grab hold of your right big toe with your right hand and then inhale and extend your leg out. Now, if you're very comfortable in this position, I'm not too comfortable. I'm still going to try and move my leg to the side and try to bring it out. Now, it's not very important to keep your leg very straight. Of course, the straighter you are, the more of a hamstring stretch you will feel, the straighter your leg is. Let me inhale, and I'm going to come to you, Josiane. Inhale, bring your leg in, release. Now, Josiane, I know that is the knee that you have hurt. So you've hurt yourself.
No, it's my foot. I have no balance on my left foot.
Right. Now, Josiane is going to be very careful now. If you have either hurt your left foot or you have a problem on the left foot, you don't want to put all your weight. What we can do, are you okay to extend this leg when we go up in this posture?
The other one.
Yeah, the only thing is then you're going to feel an imbalance in your body. So you might want to skip this.
No, it's okay.
You're okay?
I can try.
All right, give it a try. Let's transfer the weight to our right leg. Now you're going to raise your left foot at the heel, turn your left knee out just a little bit, and lift your left foot closer to your hand. Grab your left big toe with your left hand. Make sure you have your right hand on your right hip. Once you feel nice and firm and rock solid, nice and steady, extend your left leg out. Nice, good going, Josiane. Paula, good job. Now, Paula in the last posture went out to the side, so I'm going to try and keep up with her. I'm going to try and take my leg to the side. If your leg does not go out all the way to the side, that's perfectly all right. You still should feel. Inhale, come forward. Exhale and release. You should feel that wonderful, delicious stretch in the back of your thighs, a beautiful hamstring stretch. That is the purpose of this sequence, is hamstring stretches. Okay, so we did do both legs. So what do you want to do? Well, what you want to do is
It's only 4 toes holding me on the left. That's
right.
Right.
You want to be careful. Yes, you want to be very careful. If you have any reason, any pain, or any particular reason for which or where you cannot do a particular part of the posture, it's perfectly all right. Just make sure you are aware that there is an imbalance at that point. So you want to be sure if you have not extended your right leg, you might just want to do a very casual stretch. Just come forward a little bit. That's not part of our sequence, but I want to make sure that you feel the stretch in both legs. Okay, number 8. Feedback. How did that feel? I noticed you were able to get your leg out to the side. Very nice.
I thought that's what we're supposed to do.
Well,
I had such
traditionally,
confidence in the teacher and the tradition and the
Well,
wisdom
traditionally,
and the
yes.
knowledge and the studying and the commitment.
now Paula is a true yoga addict today. Yes, traditionally, yes. You do bring your leg out all the way to the side. Because we are doing basic stretches, I'm not very sure that I can even demonstrate to everybody that that I'm able to do it. So what I tell people is do the best you can on that particular day. But I noticed that
Well,
you
in
were able to.
editing,
That
you'll
was
see
nice.
what the best I could do was I was wavering, but
No, but in the
spirit's
first,
willing.
the spirit's willing. No, we're all here. We're
And
all
yoga
here to
is
help.
bringing the body along with the spirit, right?
There you
That's
go.
right. That's right.
The yogic breathing, the exhales, everything is giving us a balance and the focus. But you're right. I mean, the idea is to just focus inward, to just send our energy. In yoga, we believe, and I'm sure you're aware of this, where the mind goes, energy flows. So we're sending our energy to that part of the body that probably needs it most.
Right.
So once you start focusing inward, that's all it takes to keep your balance and your focus. The moment we start thinking of other things, then of course the mind gets, the
Right.
thoughts get interrupted, and
Right.
that's when we might
Right.
lose our balance.
Like as soon as you complimented me, you'll see the energy that I start to waver.
Uh-oh, now I can't compliment Paula anymore. No, but you did a great job. It was very nice to watch. I could see you from the side of my eye. Very nice to see you watch and see you swing your right leg out. I noticed that the other leg, does that go out as much as your right leg? Are you
Probably
more
not
flat?
because I have severe scoliosis. I had 10
Right.
vertebrae fused and my spine was curved, so that
Oh,
I
okay.
favor one side over the other.
One over the other. And that happens to many of us in any case. We all have imbalances in the body, which allows one side to be more flexible, one side to be, more steady. So, yeah, whatever your reasons, but you did well on the right side. I could see this side, so your leg was coming nice.
The
And
left is still to be worked on.
Number 13, is that what we just did? Yes, we did 13. Okay, let's try number 16. That's another beautiful hamstring stretch. It's just Uttanasana or ragdoll. And 13, Josiane, I think you'll be very comfortable with that.
Oh, yes.
Heels together, toes slightly apart. Josiane, if you want to come forward just a little bit. And we're going to go transition from 13. We'll go directly into it's 16. 16 directly into number 17. So we won't come back up. If I talk you into coming back up, stay there. I'll correct myself. Heels together, toes slightly apart. Hands by your side, chest is out, pelvis tilted forward just a little bit. Now, if you want to enjoy this experience a little more and you're fine with your balance, you may close your eyes. It's always in yoga postures, eyes are open. When you go up, you may close them when you go down. When you're folding forward, you may close them, provided you don't have a vertigo problem or any balance issues. So, inhale, bring the palms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling, take the palms all the way overhead, palms turning in. Now this time, we are going to clasp the opposite elbows. We're going to exhale and fold from the hip, keeping our back nice and straight. Folks at home, join us. Exhale and fold. This is one of the few postures where I do not insist that you need to make the connection, in that you don't have to place your palms on the floor. You've already made the connection by clasping your opposite elbows. Just let your body go. Just relax. Feel that wonderful, delicious stretch in the back of your thighs. Your hamstrings should be nice and rubbery, nice and stretched. Keep exhaling. If the stretch gets a bit intense, bend your knees just a little bit, but you should still feel the stretch. Now, instead of coming back up, we're going to transition into the next posture. Place your palms on the floor about 2 feet away from your legs. Very gently take your right foot back. Gracefully take the left foot back. Make sure, if you can, you bring your heels down to the ground. This is Parvatasana. It's also called downward dog. I have no reason. I have no idea why. I guess when you see dogs going down with this posture. But this is Parvat is mountain. So in some schools, this posture is called Parvatasana, mountain posture. You should feel a beautiful, beautiful hamstring stretch on the back of your legs. Now, if you do not place your heels on the floor, you might find this stretch a little less intense. So if you want to feel your hamstrings stretch just a little more, try to very gently bring your heels to the ground. Now, if you don't make the connection today with your heels, that's perfectly all right. Place a brick or a towel or something under your heels. Keep exhaling. Now we're going to come down on our knees. Going to release. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. Did you already come down? No. Let's walk our feet closer to our hands because I think we have another standing one. Walk our feet closer and very gently roll your spine up. Inhale. Come up very gently. Exhale and release. So we did 16 and 17 together. We're most likely going to do 26. We were going to go into a seated. I wasn't sure. I thought we had another standing one. We're going to go into 26 and 27. 26 is Janu Sirsha. Let's sit down on the floor. Left leg is extended. Right leg is bent at the knee. So your right heel, your right sole tucks itself into the left inner thigh. So you want to make sure that the heel is nice and close to your groin. Left leg is extended. Torque your body to face the extended leg. So you want to make sure that your left leg and your folded right leg are at an L to each other. So, and your body is facing forward. Now flex your feet. You don't want to make it you don't want to be very stiff. You want to just flex it in a very relaxed manner. You don't want to point your toes. You will not feel a hamstring stretch if you point your toes. So keep your feet, keep your extended leg, the foot on the extended leg flexed. So we're going to torque our body a little bit to the left. Inhale, take your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead. Once your arms are above, you want to clasp your palms together. You can clasp it in any way that your school teaches you. You can clasp all your fingers, cross your fingers over each other, or you can keep one finger out. So Josiane, now notice Josiane has both her palms flat against each other, and Paula has the index finger and the thumbs pointing upward. I like to call that the lightning conductor. She's actually taking the energy from the atmosphere. So I'm going to clasp, just to show you the different ways that you can clasp your hands together. I'm going to clasp all my fingers together. So I'm going to hold. And we're going to exhale and fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. Exhale. Now, if you can get your hands over the left foot, that's great. Get a nice, good grip. Make sure that if you don't need to, try not to bend your left leg. Keep it nice and extended. You should feel a beautiful hamstring stretch in your left leg. In the right leg, there's not much of a stretch happening here. Maybe you feel just a little bit. What do you think, Josiane? Do you
My
feel?
knee prevent me from bending forward.
Right. Okay. Don't bend forward. But do you feel any kind of a stretch on the outside of your right thigh? What about you, Paula? Do you feel any stretch on the right leg?
Oh, yeah, wonderful stretch.
What
behind
about
my
this leg,
knees.
the right side?
Oh, no, I don't.
No. So the right leg is relaxed. We have 5 minutes more. Wonderful. Thank you, Gloria. So we're going to keep exhaling. Janu Sirsha. Janu is knee and Sirsha is head. Janu Sirsha is literally head to knee. Those of you who are fortunate enough not to have any obstruction in your midriff, as I do, keep exhaling and try to bring your forehead to your knee. If you just want a sense of how it feels to touch your forehead to your knee, bend your knee just a little bit. But just be aware that your hamstring stretch won't be as intense, but just so you can feel that. Someday I'm going to be able to keep my leg nice and outstretched and bring my head down. Keep exhaling. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Exhale and release the arms. Now we're going to switch legs. We're going to take the left leg in, tuck the left heel into the right side of your groin, and then the whole of your left sole should be nice and flat against your inner right thigh. We're going to extend the right leg. Flex your right foot and torque your body to face the extended leg. So you want to make sure that your left knee is down as for as far down as you can get it. You're okay with this knee, Josiane?
Oh, yeah, this one is
This
no
one's
problem.
okay. Okay. Josiane's doing the sensible thing. She wants to be very careful because she still is hurting from a tender knee. But you're okay with this leg. So
Oh,
with the
yes.
right leg being
This one
extended,
is
you're
no
okay. Because
problem.
that's the knee that's giving you a
Yes, this
problem
one.
today. Okay. We're going to talk our body to face the extended leg. You look very comfortable. I don't even have to ask you, Paula.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. I can do more when I'm with you. It's
Wow.
Like it's like seeing the doctor. You're not so sick when you see the doctor. The
Right.
symptoms go away.
You like people
I
to
can
share
stretch, I can stretch more, and because as you're talking, it's relaxing.
And it's a good point that you brought up too. It's not, I think it's also sharing the pain, literally. Because you know, when we go to the gym, you like to see others suffer with you, right? No one wants to go to the gym on their own. Well, that's why they have gyms, right? Where you
That's
can watch
right.
everyone sweat. You're working up a sweat. So yeah, come share the pain with us. Torque your body a little bit to face the extended leg. Your foot is nice and flexed, not too stiff, not pointed for sure. Just keep it nice and relaxed and flexed. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Turn your palms in. Bring your arms all the way overhead. Exhale, fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. Wrap your hands over the flexed right foot. And keep exhaling. Keep going deeper 1 millimeter every day. I have a feeling that this leg, my forehead might reach this knee a little earlier than the other.
Me too.
knee. You feel that too, right? See, we all have one side that's more flexible, one side that's stronger. That's good to know. We're not alone. Inhale, come up. Keep your right leg extended as it is. Exhale, release the arms, and then, no problem. And then extend the left leg. We're going to go into a posture called Paschimottanasana. It's a full forward fold. Paschimottanasana also translates to bird beak. I have no idea why. Again, I guess when we fold over, it looks like the beak of a bird. So we're just going to visualize that we're all beaks of a of different kinds of birds. I mean, what bird has this huge beak? Is it a toucan?
Stork.
Toucan, yes,
Stork?
toucan.
Yeah, okay. So what do you want to be? Toucan,
toucan.
stork,
Toucan.
toucan? Okay.
I'll be a stork.
Stork? Okay. So that leaves me, I'll be a crow.
Yeah, crows are good.
Yeah, okay. So
They're
keep
very
your
smart.
legs, say
They're
again?
very smart.
Very smart. Okay, there you go. Both legs are extended. Feet are flexed. You want to flex them not too far back. You want to flex them so you're nice and relaxed. You don't want to point them. You want to feel this beautiful hamstring stretch in the back of your legs. Now, arms by your side. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height. Palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Palms facing in. Once you've clasped your palms together, exhale and fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. Now place your palms over the soles of your feet. If your palms are not quite there today, that's perfectly okay. Place your palms at your ankles, your calf, your knees, wherever you can get down to. So I'm going to try and hold on to the soles of my feet, and I will exhale. We're all going to exhale little sips of air and try to get down a little deeper every time. In this posture, we're not all very fortunate to get our heads to the knee, but we're going to try. We're going to keep trying every day. Keep exhaling. Inhale.
It's a wrap, kids, a wrap.
Come up.
Rappy, rappy, rappy.
Exhale and release. Thank you, Danny. Did we do the commercial? Time Warner 57, RCN 84, Fires 35.
I think we skipped that.
We skipped that this time. That's all right.
That was great. Thank
That
you.
feels good, doesn't
Thank
it?
you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
It makes it look more balanced. And
Yeah.
Josiane,
Oh,
thank
yes.
you. You were wonderful.
Anytime.
Just
Thank you,
keeping
thank
up
you.
even with your knees. Thanks so much.
And I had fun doing 2 cameras.
Oh, thank you, Shanti. I
I
was
can
wondering what this
definitely
girl
do
was doing.
more when I'm with you. That's so
I think it is a question of group energy.
She's
She's
very
energy, right?
encouraging. She's very encouraging.
Yeah.
Also when
Yeah,
we
it's her
practice
nice voice.
together.
It's the
Yeah.
right
When we
accent,
practice
everything.
together.